Champion Gym right in time for tip-off. We cut it close, don't we, Coach Stan Leach?
So we did.
Stan Leach right alongside. And speaking of right away, there's Georgios missing on the first shot attempt here, and we're underway as Smithson Valley boards, and here comes their first possession.
And the Chargers are in their 2-3 zone. They have Burdick in the middle there. Already got a steal.
And here they come, off on the run. Chargers with their first 2 points of the game, courtesy of number 4, Mason Wyatt. Wyatt, key part of this Chargers ball club. Big reason they are 9-1 in district play.
Yes.
Trapping are the Chargers, Coach. I'm sorry, go right ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. Excuse me. You know, this is kind of a rivalry. You know, we're neighbors, and so anytime Smithson Valley and Champion plays each other in anything, we're going to have a good game.
Guess who again? Corner. Wyatt, this time a little long, gets his own rebound. Good pass inside, and on the other end, Briggs Jones. 4-0 early. Champion here, just more than a minute gone by. As Smithson Valley tries to regroup, Colton Guetta, their point guard, he's number 3. Inside shot, Brooks Lay, no. Board for Wyatt, all over the place in the early going. Here's Burdick. Up top, Georgios. Wyatt baseline. Swing, good look, back rim. Almost down for Quinn Grable.
And the Chargers, good ball movement here early. Had a good look, and that's the first time they didn't score on their possession.
The Rangers swinging it. Good look. No iron for Jason Cruz, the Rangers leading scorer coming in. Here's Jones, Briggs, over to Mason White in the corner. Out of bounds. Last touch by Champion, and so Smithson Valley takes over.
Well, the Rangers are playing man defense. Doesn't look like there's much switching. They're staying with their man. It's just straight up 20, straight up man.
Number 20 is Gavin Laundrie. They go inside. Shot almost went, but free throws coming as DJ Owenstein makes his first trip to the line and an opportunity for the first Ranger points of the evening.
The Rangers are attacking this 2-3 zone by using the short corner. What they hope is that the Chargers will go to the ball in the short corner, and then they will, have people crashing down the middle. And sure enough, that's what they got this last possession.
Owenstein hits his second free throw, 1 of 2, 4-1. By the way, I mistakenly said that Jason Cruz is the Rangers' leading scorer. My bad on that. It is Gavin, the leading scorer at 14 per for the Rangers. Briggs Jones 3, no. Cleared by the Rangers. It is the aforementioned Jason Cruz. And here comes Smithson Valley. Colton Guetta cross court. Jumper for Laundrie, no. Wyatt with the rebounds.
Both teams are not taking long with their possessions. It's a really up and down, good basketball right now.
It really is. Great ball movement on the Chargers end as well. Guetta. There's Lay. Owenstein. Jumper short. Briggs Jones. Nice job of avoiding the travel as he came down awkwardly. And there's Quinn Grable on the other end, Coach.
Yeah, I want to compliment, the Rangers. They're getting good shots on goal. They're just not knocking them down, but they're attacking the 2-3 well.
Grable falls as he lets it go. No call, 3-point range. Call inside on the rebound. And Mason Wyatt will go to the line. Substitutions set to check in for Smithson Valley early on. They're going to get number 3.
And that will be the Chargers.
For champion, Coach. Number 3, Trey Hudspeth, apologies. And number 22, Ko Riha into the game as both Quinn Grable and Braden Burdick take a seat.
And I like what Coach is doing. He went 4 minutes, and I think he thinks we're going to have a track meet here and want to make sure that we have a fresh 8 or 9.
Wyatt connects on both free throws. He's got 4 early ones. 6-1 lead. 4.5 to go in quarter number 1. Colton Guetta stolen. Here comes Georgios. Switches to the left hand, right-handed layup, and one from that side of the rim. He doesn't need much room, Coach. He's a smooth operator.
He doesn't. That's just Charlie being Charlie. I mean, you know, got in that passing lane, and then he did such a good job of finishing.
Another look at the replay here on the Chargers Network. He was coming right at you. Specifically coming right at Grady. Nice job. Grady staying focused as he always does, avoiding the contact as well. 3-point play complete. 8-point lead for the Rangers early.
The Rangers are going to have to continue to be patient. They've got to get that ball in the middle of the zone, and eventually they've got to knock down some shots. Good high-low there.
They pass it back out. Good ball movement, working it. Owenstein inside, right-handed layup, good. I call it a layup. That kind of infers it was an easy shot. Nothing easy about that. The Rangers working hard and working well on that possession.
You're right. The layup makes it sound easy, and that wasn't. They worked hard for that bucket.
Jones inside to Reha. Back out. Knocked out of bounds, though, by the Rangers. Chargers retain possession. Right around 3.5 to go here in the opening frame. See the score on your screen here on the Chargers Network. The champion off to a 9-3 lead. As Reha takes the pass. Georgelos had a good look for a moment, decided to pass it up. Hudspeth on the wing. They'll reset with Mason Wyatt. There's Brig Jones on the other wing. Wyatt cross court. Georgelos looking for Reha on the block. They swing it around.
Smithson Valley defense, they're doing well. I mean, they're guarding them well. They're staying in between their man. They're not doubling anything. They're just playing them straight up.
Georgelos baseline, up and under. Got it to go. Acrobatic Charlie Georgelos, 11-3 early.
Well, Charlie, you know, we all need to enjoy in charge of Jim, him playing, because he has had a tremendous high school career, and we're going to miss him. So we need to enjoy these next couple of nights.
A 6'3 senior as Joshua Marquez now enters. Mason Wyatt with the breather. Another look there at the fabulous play baseline by Charlie Georgelos. Timeout. Let's take it with him. I believe it's a full timeout, Mr. Noah, so let's take it. We'll be right back after this. Bernie Champion off to a great start, 11-3 on Smithson Valley here on the Chargers Network.
Get a shake with your points and some fries on the side with your points.
You get more with every order.
Woo! Get a Whataburger or a patty melt or some breakfast with the point.
You get more with every order.
Get a biscuit or a brownie, but no matter what you pick, you get more.
Back here at the Champion Gym, Joshua Marquez bringing cross court. Charlie Georgelos, nice look down low. Koreha up and in.
You gotta like a two-sport athlete coming in here and doing what he does. You know, he plays a role, he plays hard, and he got rewarded for it right there.
Quentin Sampson, number 5, into the game for Smithson Valley. Trey Hudspeth to steal. Georgelos in the lane. Another good look for Reha. Not exactly the same play, but you can call it the exact same thing and the same effect. 2 more for the Chargers. 15-3 in the early going, and that Charger student section fired up.
Well, Charlie rewarded him for doing what he does.
Jumper short for Gavin Laundrie. Rebound, though, by Brooks Lay. Hudspeth always seems to be around the ball. To Georgelos. Here comes Charlie. Cross court. Keeps his dribble. Inside. Was looking for Reha. Looked like, again, maybe a third straight connection.
Hey.
Joshua Marquez, no baseline there, Coach.
Marquez, he caught his pass. I tell you what, he said, I need some of that love. And Charlie was going back to Cole.
Sampson, hounded by Hudspeth. Fantastic defense by Trey. Jason Cruz has to save it, but he does to Marquez. Joshua cross court. Watch there by Gavin Laundrie. And finally, they slow it down a little bit. Although Champion, a team that seems like they can play at any pace. There's Briggs Jones on the wing. Georgelos on the block, back out to Briggs Jones. They give it back to Charlie. He's got the smaller Sampson on him. Turns, up, short.
He wasn't going to give up that matchup. He said, I've got a good matchup here. I'm going to try to get a shot on goal.
Corner 3 there for Gavin Laundrie. Turns into a jumper free throw line from DJ Owenstein. DJ's got all 5 Smithson Valley points. The lead for Champion now 10 as we go under 40 seconds in this first quarter.
Coach Adamak's telling the Chargers, let's go one shot. So they're either going to be up 12, 13, or 10.
Marquez to Charlie, and Georgelos here in no hurry.
Usually what they've been doing on their last shots of the quarter, they'll do this, and then all of a sudden they'll give it back to Charlie, and they'll get a 1-4, and then he'll attack.
Speaking of, there he comes. Charlie out to Briggs Jones. Good look. 3-point. No. Hudspeth climbing for the rebound. Sampson at the buzzer. I don't think that'd count. It wouldn't have. Outstanding first quarter for the Chargers, showing every bit why they are 9-1 in District 26-5A. We're back after this with second quarter action right here on the Chargers Network. Champion on top of Smithson Valley, 15-5 after 1.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
The legendary coach Stan Leach alongside champion Smithson Valley DJ Owenstein for the Rangers. All 7 points for Smithson Valley, Coach.
Yes, and they're doing a good job of getting him the ball in the middle. I'd like for the Chargers to deny that and make them try to go get a shot on goal somewhere else.
Quinn Grable, 3. Back rim, at least from his vantage point. Trey Hudspeth finding a way to come up with that loose ball. Joshua Marquez, they swing. Grable on the other end. Marquez will take the 3 from the corner. No. Hudspeth again fighting for the loose ball. Ends up in Sampson's hands on the other end. Quinton Sampson, the first Smithson Valley player not named DJ Owenstein to come up with a bucket. And just like that, this lead for Bernie Champion that was 10 after 1 cut to 6 at 15-9, 43 seconds into the second quarter.
Yes, Coach needed to call timeout. You know, they had 4 points real quick, so he's going to put some starters back in. Really wasn't the fault of the guys that were going in. It's just a good opportunity to go ahead and get those starters back in out a little rest. They're going to make runs. Smithson Valley's a good team in a tough league, and they're going to make runs, and it's just that the Chargers need to try to stay a couple of runs ahead of them. But Smithson Valley, they're attacking the zone very well. They just hadn't had shots fall.
We were talking before the broadcast, Coach. Smithson Valley, not your typical 2-8 team in district.
And they really aren't. You know, a lot of times you say that, and but you can just tell when Champion played at Smithson Valley, they were lucky to get out of that with a win. And so 2-8, and that's going to be the same next couple of years in this league. It is the Big 12 of 5A Region 4. Woo!
That game you were talking about, Coach, Champion escaping with a 47-44 win in Bulverde back on January 9th. Three-pointer in and out. for Mason Wyatt.
And I still think we will have something similar tonight. It's going to end up being a couple of possession game because they're well coached. They know how to attack a 2-3 zone, and he's going to get them good looks.
Quinn Grable, the steal up ahead. It's Wyatt. No, but he's going to the line. And I say Bulverde obviously means Spring Branch when we're talking about Smithson Valley. Any way you slice it, as you mentioned, Coach, that game 47-44, a very good champion team escaping after a very good Ranger effort that night.
The Chargers have been very fortunate. They have won all their close games, and every game in this league has been close. They've 9-1. They lost to Veterans Memorial at Vets. However, all the other games have been very close, and they've been fortunate to win them all.
That game against Veterans Memorial, 41-31, stands as champions' only district loss to this point, only 4 in the entire season. That about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago on January 19th.
I like what Coach is doing. He's getting a lot of people in this first half. And that's what you've got to do. The race is long, and they want to try to continue to have that second place because that's going to help them get a good matchup in the playoffs.
Colton Guerra back rim for Smithson Valley. Here come the Chargers. It's Wyatt. Mason back to Georgelos. Back to Mason Wyatt. Charlie moving over to that other wing, sliding into the lane, looking to kick back out. Wyatt. Back to Charlie, looking inside briefly. On the other end, it's Burdick. Layup good. Baden Burdick going baseline, making it look easier than it really is.
I like everything they did. They took what the defense gave them, and he did a good job. They didn't deny baseline. He took it.
Logan Scott, a 6'2 junior, in the lane now for champion. There he is contesting Colton Guerra's shot. Back the other way comes Wyatt. Mason, bounce pass to Burdick, fresh off his first bucket of the game. Charlie Georgelos, baseline, acrobatic again, earns 2 more free throws.
Well, the referees have done an excellent job letting these guys play, and both teams have not fouled either. It's been a clean game. The referees have allowed it, but, right there on that shot, they had to take them to the line.
Charlie with 5 early points, sharing the team lead with Mason Wyatt. He was at least before that free throw. And, what's really impressive, Coach, to me in watching this champion team, and I've had the pleasure of being able to do a couple other games this season, is whether they're playing fast, whether they're slowing it down, they're always in control.
Yeah,
they always know where they want to go. They're patient. It really is impressive to watch at the high school level especially.
Amen. I mean, all of your comments get a check. It all starts with Georgios, though. I mean, when your best player is unselfish and a true team player, it makes everybody better. And I give him a lot of attributes for that happening.
Eli Redding, number 10, into the game for Smithson Valley. Nice pass for Owenson. Even better block for Logan Scott. Brooks Lay was down there, thought he had a good look, and he probably did. A look at your replay here on the Chargers Network until Logan came over and said, not so much, not so fast. Inbound for the Rangers. The aforementioned Eli Redding. Over to Jason Cruz. Jason averaging right around 11.5 per game for these Rangers. Second leading scorer behind Gavin Laundrie at 14. Turnover, here's Mason Wyatt. Briggs Jones in transition, no whistle. Looked like Logan Briggs got hit on the face, no whistle. Gets a nut shot at the three-pointer here. In and out. Had it 3/4 of the way down, and then a whistle, and this one going back to Smithson Valley.
Smithson Valley, Coach Thornton, Ike Thornton, has got these guys ready. They're attacking this the way you got to attack it. I would like to see if the Chargers maybe go into an odd front to take away that middle, but right now, because they're not getting burned on it, they'll probably continue to stay with that 2-3.
Gavin Laundrie over to Cruz. Three-pointer for Jason, his first 3 of the game. We talked moments ago about how he averages just around 11.5 per game. And that tray cuts this to an 8-point game at 20-12.
And we didn't go out on him. You know, he'll probably have to hit one more for us to extend and maybe go to an odd front.
Georgelos looking to match, he does. Charlie's in double figures, 10 for him. The lead also back into double digits at 23-12.
Well, his PAR, points, assists, and rebounds, his over-under pretty good, I guarantee you. I mean, he's going to be a good one.
Wayne Jericho, first points on his first shot attempt, comes on a 3. And Smithson Valley now, coach, matching champion after the Chargers got out to a great lead. Briggs Jones slams it down for 2. Boom shakalakas all over the home gym. 25-15 champion, Briggs Jones with a one-hander.
He's rewarding a good crowd. You know, it's a great crowd tonight from Smithson Valley and Champion, and got a good student section. So he said, I'm not going to lay that up. I'm going to dunk that. And I appreciate that.
Jericho, another 3. Not the same luck on this one as the previous possession. There's Briggs Jones again, slowing it down out to Mason Wyatt. Swing. There's Georgelos in the corner. Burdick with that right-handed dribble. Looked to get in the lane, now brought it back out as the Chargers reset and swing. Champion crowd wants to travel.
Yeah, in film session tomorrow, coach is going to say there's too much dribbling going on, and that possession, there was too much dribbling.
Gavin Laundrie just off, and so on the other end, it's Burdick. What a spin move! Travel, too many steps. I guess it was nice for a reason. Although,
I think Ralph Turner just said, I will see the Euro step. Good for Ralph.
Sometimes Euro synonymous with 3, 4, and 5 when it gets the number of steps.
He said there's a Euro, and it was more than that.
Jericho, another 3. That one's short. Battle for the rebound.
I do want to stop and compliment Burdick on that move, you know, and sometimes they get by with that, and that's why they do it.
See the Charger student section very lively tonight, cheering on Baden Burdick and these champion Chargers. Always a great atmosphere in the champion gym, Coach.
Well, I love that wood paneling. Sure does echo if you get a good group here, and you know, it's Friday night, and we have people from the community and our students. It's a great atmosphere.
There they go, those Charger student section, fired up. Slow chant a little while ago. Offensive foul on the Chargers. Giving this one back to Smithson Valley is Alwenseen, DJ. Now at the top of the key, bringing it down.
You know, I don't know why they've got him up top. They've been so successful, him in the middle, and, well, they got by with it.
Laundrie with his first 2. Gavin, the leading scorer for these Rangers at 14 per. 25-17 is champion. Operates with just over a minute to go. Burdick. There's Grable.
I'm sure that coach wants to get try to get 2 possessions out of it, but if this possession's still live with 30, they may just go with 1.
Briggs baseline, holds his dribble. Good look. Quinn Grable knocks it down. Quinn's first points of the game. Give him 3.
Well, they got lost following the ball, and the ball movement brought somebody open.
Georgelos clears the Alwenseen 3-point miss. Now the 2 on each other here.
Coach stopped it. He said, nope, we're going to get 1 possession. So Baden will dribble a little bit, give it back to Charlie. They'll get in a 1-4 low, and he'll go. And here we go.
You see the clock on your screen. They're under 6. Georgelos goes in the lane. Alwenseen block. Good defensive play by DJ Burdick at the buzzer. Almost got it to go. When it left his feet, Burdick was not facing the rim.
No. Yeah. He got a lot closer on that than he should have. So
at the end of 16 minutes, champion 28, Smithson Valley 17 in the District 26 5A clash between these two rivals. We're back after extended break with second half action from right here at Champion Gym on the Chargers Network. Again, Champion 28, the Rangers 17. We're back with a second half.
I was working with Ed at another brand, and we were there for 4 or 5 years, and he left and came to Whataburger and asked me to join him.
She was a very great cashier up front, very personable with the customers. They just loved her, and they kept coming back.
Well, I retired from a school district in 2016, and I needed a little extra income after I retired. And I was having a conversation with my daughter one day, telling her I just really need a part-time job. And she said, "Mom, come and work at Whataburger." And I thought, could I do that? Could I really do that? And I did, and it is the best stress-free job I have ever had.
I first started with Whataburger around July of 2019. I got involved because of my mom, and once I turned 18, I moved up to a team leader, and then about 3-4 months after, I was moved up to manager.
I can't believe she's 19 and she's a manager. When she was young, she was very shy, but as soon as she started working at Whataburger, I saw her blossom. I am over proud, so proud.
We're so proud of you.
I don't know.
The Haynes Ranch has been in existence and functioning since the early 1950s. We're trying our best to keep it going.
It's a routine. It's every day. There's always something going on, something to be fixed. Fences, a bull gets out.
You could be working cattle and they just start acting up and aren't having it for the day. So you kind of have to be prepared for anything to happen.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work as well.
It's gotten to the point where it kind of just really flows. We're comfortable with each other and we all trust each other, so where you can kind of count on those friendships outside of work even.
Our Whataburger family, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I mean, if I have to ask off to help with cattle, they're willing to do that because they know now that twice a year I have to be with my family. It's just an awesome place to work.
People that want to work for Whataburger just need to have an open mind. You're going to have a lot of new experiences, doing things you have never done. For example, a few of the employees never even had to mop before, just something that you teach them and then they'll teach somebody else how to mop when they come in. We have really clean floors.
My first day, I felt connected. Ed just treated me so nice and didn't treat me like a stranger. He treated me like I was his daughter.
I mean, it's a family, bottom line. And you feel that when you come to work for Whataburger. When I came in today, it's all hugs. Got me a little misty. Even now.
I love my experience here at Whataburger. I love when I walk in and I see everybody's faces, especially my mom's, that everybody's happy. Knowing that when I come to work, it's really not work. I'm here with my family.
Every roof has a story, and you notice yours has more than one to tell. That spring storm brought more than just rain. The telltale thump of hail hitting every second, as the wind tears the shingles off one by one. Now it's time to do something about it, but you need someone you can trust. That's why homeowners turn to Stevens Roofing and Remodeling, a family-owned company with over 30 years of experience in all types of roof systems. Providing free inspections, Stevens will help you every step of the way. Join our family today. Stevens Roofing and Remodeling, trusted by generations.
Oh man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
These are the faces of determination.
Game faces are on.
Of amazement.
Before your eyes, see the reason I'm immortalized.
Of perspective.
Are you not entertained?
Become the face of the game.
You just sit back and enjoy.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter? Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me.
Concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Oh man, here's a broken play. I don't think any of these guys are north to south runners. I mean, look at this one here. Just bounced outside with no blockers ahead of him. But you know, you can always call a Hail Mary, and the guy that you want as your QB is Dr. Ferris. I mean, you give Dr. Ferris the ball, and boom, good things happen. Yep, that's Ferris Orthodontics again with that really nice new smile.
Back here at the Champion Gym on the beautiful high school campus. Beautiful Bernie. Although the weather not supposed to be beautiful tonight, Coach. I'm hearing some rains coming in through the area.
I tell you, we're going to get home here in about 45 minutes and we'll be just fine.
Luckily, in the meantime, weather not a factor inside this awesome gym. Smithson Valley starting with possession, down by 11 here in the third quarter of a District 26 5A matchup. That's Colton Guerra, number 3. Holds his dribble out to Mr. Cruz.
Coach Adamak went back with the original starters, and they need to really attack this defense.
Brooks Lace, 14. He went back out to Jason Cruz. Off on the 3. Here come the Chargers on their first possession. Swing, Mason Wyatt, good look. Corner, back rim from where he was standing. Back rim for him, side rim in terms of the way the actual rim rests. And here's Colton Guerra between his legs on the other side. Guerra stops and pops. Back rim for him as well. Rebound. That one up and in. So Laundry now with 4 points, heating up a little. He got his first bucket late in the first half. And this Bernie Champion lead now down to 9.
Well, they need to get in their rotation, make sure that Charlie gets the ball almost every possession.
Cruz with the steal. 2-on-2. Cruz holds, stutter step in the lane, knocked away. Good defense. I think it's Briggs Jones who knocked it away. He has it, takes the 3, rewarding himself. Here comes Jason Cruz again. 3-on-3 this time. Owenstein scored the first 7 points of the game for Smithson Valley. No on that one. Out of bounds off the Chargers. Briggs Jones saying, excuse me, but it'll stand. And Smithson Valley will inbound from underneath its own basket.
Well, they got to get the ball. Smithson Valley needs to get the ball to 32, especially he plays real well in the middle, and he's gotten some good looks.
Speaking of, Guerra had a nice, clean look there at the rim, almost surprised him.
The Chargers turned their back on that. That should have been 2 points. They need to be looking at who the cutters are.
Owenstein again. Laundry again. No. Georgelos clears. Wyatt. There's Grable. Back to Wyatt and Mason. Now backs out.
The Chargers need to go down. They need to get near to get clear. They're having a little trouble. Few too many turnovers, especially with not facing a tight attacking defense.
Speaking of trouble, Mason, little trouble with the handle there, and so a travel called. Here's Colton Guerra. Champion lead is still 9. We've played 2 minutes, 20 seconds and counting here in quarter number 3. DJ Owenstein draws the crowd out to Laundry. Laundry, corner. Good look for Jason Cruz. Fouled, he'll get 3 as that three-pointer hit the side of the rim.
Yeah, and that's tough because, of course, we'll look on the replay and see just kind of went a little bit through. He closed out well, just a little bit too aggressive.
Getting beaten Burdick with the foul. Jason connects on his first free throw. He's got 4, and if Jason can knock down the remaining 2, this will be a 6-point game. Champion in control, I should say, for most of the game, throughout the ball game, though Smithson Valley never going away. Anytime it looked like the Chargers were on the brink, Coach, of blowing this thing open, getting out to that 15, 20-point lead, Smithson Valley has brought it back to them.
Well, the good news, the Chargers have a lot of possessions when they play. The bad news is they have a lot of possessions. So when you have that many possessions, you're allowing people a chance to get back in the game, and that's what we see happening here.
Jason Cruz knocking down all 3 free throws, 28-22. Burdick to Logan Scott, was looking for Logan Scott. Into the ball game is Logan. Mason Wyatt having to take a seat.
And, Coach, they like to score off their set pieces, and you're going to see some type of delay and go to number 12 here on this.
Logan Scott there on the bottom, Coach.
Just got the ball in.
Briggs Jones over to Charlie Georgelos. There's Quinn Grabo. Back to Grable, three-point line, back to Burdick. Again, that patience. Champion in no hurry. They don't like what they see. They bring it back out and they swing it.
I'd like for him to get to Charlie and get in a 1-4 situation, so they need the ball in his hands.
Oh, they're going to get Logan Scott for the foul.
Yeah. They always see the second guy. And they don't see that first guy.
Colton Guerra bringing it up. A chance for Smithson Valley to cut this to 4.
Okay, we have a change in defense with the Chargers. They went to a 1-2-2. They're giving them another look, try to kind of get in the way of this run.
Owen Seen, the one-handed floater, a little too hard. Burdick. Inside. Baden deciding that one is his and his alone, and he's going to the free throw line.
I appreciate how Burdick attacks the basket. He comes from a family of Greyhounds and Chargers, and that is one thing they all do. They do a great job going downhill.
And what you see with Baden, Coach, is he's got a good solid build to him. You see him coming at you. Can't be fun.
He's got a good body. He looks like a football player that plays basketball, but fortunate for Coach Adamack, he's straight basketball. 1-2-2 there.
His 2 free throws take the lead back up to 8 for Champion. Colton Guerra with a good idea, but he threw it into a crowd. Luckily for the Rangers, not stolen, knocked out of bounds instead, and so the Rangers retain possession. Into the ballgame for them now, number 5, Quentin Sampson.
I like the change that Champion made on this odd front zone. They'd had an even front throughout the game, and then they're giving them a little different look, and it is seeming to give them some help in the passing lanes.
There's Jason Cruz, fakes the pass, takes the jumper, back rim. Briggs Jones clears. Here's Georgelos. Burdick again into the lane. Trouble with that pass. Jason Cruz doesn't have the numbers, so he pulls it out. Sampson into the lane, back out to Cruz. Thought about the swing, instead to always be at the top of the key.
Okay, with this odd front, they're matching up really well with 32.
Brooks Lay, number 14, takes the jumper. Smithson Valley hit a bit of a dry spell, Coach, and I can't help but think it has something to do with that Brittany Champion defensive change.
It is. It's gotten where they're outnumbered on the wings, and so we've matched up to their attack, and they have not countered that change. Eventually, Coach Thornton will find that out, and 32 will get in the middle of that zone.
Georgelos fouled, but apparently it was before he went up for the shot. Inbound. Briggs Jones, top of the key. Pass stolen by Cruz, stays in bounds, saves it. 25 is Robert Gutierrez just into the game, his first minutes of the night. Has it in the corner. Gutierrez thought about it for a second. Gavin Laundrie's pass knocked out of bounds, Smithson Valley ball.
And they're getting in those passing lanes. They're active, and Smithson Valley's playing too much side to side, and especially 4 possessions down, they need to attack. They need to go downhill.
30-22. Around 3 minutes to go. Inbound pass looks like it was thrown in off the back of a Champion defender.
Yeah,
either that or was sloppy.
Oh no, he saw it on TikTok. It's those. He's trying to be on ESPN. Hey, and it worked out. He got the ball.
Quinn Grable short. Here come the Rangers again. Laundrie inside. Owenstein, good look. Knocks it down.
And I said that earlier, is that Coach Thornton's going to say, we got it, especially now that there's no one in the middle, they'll probably go back now to the even front, especially if they start finding 3-2.
And so with that, we have a Champion timeout. Smithson Valley has cut it to 6. Let's take a look at their leading scorer on the season. For Smithson Valley, a big part of their team has been number 20, Gavin Laundrie. Gavin, a young man who in this ballgame has scored 4 points, scored a bucket late in the first half, scored a bucket here in the second half. On the season, he's averaging 14 points per. We've talked about throughout the broadcast. Shooting at a high clip, Coach, 51%. Also active defensively. A number of steals, I think 30 plus, as we saw on that graphic. And so a good all-around player is number 20, Gavin Laundrie.
Yeah, we only have 2-3 possession game here. So like we said there in Bull Verde on the first round, it was a 3-point game, and it looks like we're headed to something similar tonight.
Well, we talked about how the Rangers are not your typical team that's 2-8 in district play. Just take this game for perspective. Champion is 9-1, the lone loss to a very good Veterans Memorial team, and here Smithson Valley is putting up quite the fight. Grable just missed, and here's Laundrie. Just talked about it. Brings it cross court into the lane, knocked away. Joshua Marquez.
That
nice
was a
steal.
great tip. That's all on him tipping. Yep.
And here's Charlie Georgelos. Running one-hander, some contact, no call. And Quentin Sampson on the other end now. Gutierrez lets it go. No, Georgelos clears. Letting him play, Coach. Yep. Now there's the whistle.
And they are. And eventually, and of course, both coaches are going to kind of, especially when we start getting into the 5, they don't want to turn the ball over with people having rough play.
And so Trey Hudspeth inbounds for Champion. Joshua Marquez over to Georgelos, back to Hudspeth there on the wing. Trey in the corner. Couple of dribbles before he goes out to Joshua Marquez. Charlie let it fly from beyond the arc. Almost went down. Sampson waits as he sets to cross the timeline. Owenstein thought about it, didn't have a good look, now he does. Turns and fires 2 more.
Well, that's how you beat this zone, is you get somebody in that middle in 32, and he is now making those shots that were rolling out earlier.
Smithson Valley within 4. DJ Owenstein has 11.
They'll probably go to an even front now. The ball's got to get in the hands of 1-4.
Looks like Joshua Marquez trying to make that happen.
Got to get the ball in 1-4.
Comes to the other side now, Trey Hudspeth. He's going to go toward Georgelos. And now Charlie has it in his paws. Back to Joshua Marquez as we go under 25 seconds here in this third quarter.
Well, it's been a rough quarter for the Chargers, so they don't want any more bleeding than they've already had, and they're going to go for one shot, go up 4. Let's see, that'd be 4, 6, or 7.
Georgelos. Here he goes. 5 seconds and counting, in the lane, whistle. So with 3.8,
he's going to go to the line.
He's going to go to the free throw line. They had 14 fouls at Smithson Valley. That's going to put Georgelos at the stripe for 2.
Yeah, it was interesting on that foul. Now, somebody was about to be open because they rotated 3 people over there. You don't want to foul 1-4.
Georgelos with his 11th point of the ball game, but his first here in the third quarter. One more coming with 4 seconds remaining. Knocks down both. Gavin Laundrie's got to hurry. 2-1, lets it fly. Just short.
Here's a good look.
We go to the 4th. Off a good third for the Smithson Valley Rangers. This is a 6-point game. They've closed that gap. Back with the 4th quarter after this here on the Chargers Network. Back here at Champion High School, got a good one here. District 26 5A, often good coach when these two get together. Coach Stan Leach, the legendary Coach Stan Leach, alongside Champion 32, Smithson Valley 26, to begin our final 8 minutes.
Well, it's a good rivalry. These are neighbors, and so they bring out the best in each other, and they haven't disappointed. No one's left tonight.
That's Mason White back into the game, had to sit with foul trouble. Briggs Jones on the corner. That's Cole Reha, 22, into the lane. Back out to Mason, over to Grable. Other side of the court, Jones, and now it's Grable again.
Well, I really would like 1-4 to have the ball in his hands.
There he is, Coach.
There we go. There you go. Everybody went with him.
Grable, three-point bucket. Huge three-pointer. Quinn's got 6 points, all 6 coming on three-pointers.
I don't have to have him shoot. He just needs to have the ball in his hands so they all follow him, and someone's going to be open, and he's going to find them. Okay, the Chargers are back into that even front. They went back to the 2-3 because the Chargers were getting the Rangers were getting the middle too much. They found him.
Gavin Laundrie at the free throw line, into the lane with 2 steps, and he gets it to go. Gavin's got 6. Much needed bucket after Champion had extended the lead to 9.
Eventually, the Rangers are going to have to find a way to get a few more possessions. I think eventually they need to start trapping.
Grable almost had 3 more. Owenstein boards, and now here he is across the three-point line. Couple of stutter steps blocked. Cole Reha with the good defense inside.
Okay, the set pieces underneath basket inbounds are going to be big. You don't need to give up easy baskets, and they need to make sure they know where 32 is.
Gavin Laundrie, the inbounds. DJ Alwenstein cuts, jumper in front of Reha. Cole bothering it just enough with that length.
Well, they're not denying when they're cutting, and Coach will talk about that tomorrow. They got to get in front of those cutters.
Charlie Georgelos for 3, front rim. Eli Redding clears. Here's Sampson. Quinton. And Coach Ike Thornton calls a timeout. We've talked about both these teams in these standings, right. Coach. A look at where we stand in District 26 5A. District 26 5A, one of those leagues that anywhere you look, Coach, at these district standings, you see a powerhouse of a team up and down that leaderboard.
Yep.
Vanner's Memorial at the top. You see the Champion Chargers right underneath them. Wagner's there, Piper's there, and then the cutoff, Seguin, Tybee, the Smithson Valley Rangers, and Canyon. You see Smithson Valley, we've talked about it, not your typical 2-8 ball club when it comes to district play.
Not at all. And you see, though, the Piper's fighting for a playoff spot, but nobody's really out besides the teams with 2 losses, 2 wins.
Rangers a chance to cut this to a 5-point deficit.
Okay, we're in a 1-3-1. This is the first time they've gone to an extended 1-3-1. So they had a timeout. Ike had a timeout. So then Coach countered and said, we're going to have to give them a different defensive look because they're talking about offense with us in a 2-3. So they're going to probably start trapping out of it a little bit.
Speaking of, Georgelos came over to help trap the ball right there. They swing it to the Rangers. Gavin Laundrie, Quinton Sampson. Corner, it's Colton Guerra. 3 is good. Colton Guerra picked a heck of a time for his first points of the game, Coach.
Amen. And that's the weakness of a 1-3-1 is that baseline because there's only one guy rotating, and they found it and knocked it down.
It's a 4-point game. Burdick down low. They want to get it to Georgelos. Smart decision, and he's fouled by DJ Owenstein.
Well, the referees are going to start calling lots of foul to give both teams a chance at that 5 foul at that double bonus. And so the whistles are going to start blowing.
Grable to inbound. Heck of a play. Inbound pass. Briggs Jones didn't even need to come down with it.
Well, that's a simple screen to screener, and just everybody was watching the ball.
And that Quinton Sampson pass hit nobody else. Champion ball.
And you love to see teams that score out of their set pieces, out of their inbounds plays. And both teams have good packages.
You see the replay there here on the Chargers network. Jones taking the pass, and before he could come back down, just laying it right back up and in. 37-31, Champion with the ball. It's Georgelos on the block, working, backing up. Hit the back rim, Burdick followed, and he's going to the line.
Well, he did what he's supposed to do. He does a good job. You know, it's great when you have offensive rebounders, and everybody else was just kind of stopping and watching Charlie play, but Burdick went to the basket, got rewarded for it.
Burdick with his 5th point of the ball game. More importantly, it makes this a 7-point lead. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Smithson Valley in control throughout, but Bernie Champion in control throughout, but Smithson Valley never going away as Burdick knocks down both free throws, and it's an 8-point lead.
Smithson Valley's going to have to. Okay, so now they go back to an even front. They switch the defense again, and so coach is going to keep switching these defenses, keep them off guard.
Owenstein with his 12th and 13th points created room for himself with a couple of dribbles to try to break down that zone. Back to a 6-point contest.
The Rangers are going to have to get more possessions by fouling and getting to the line, hoping the Chargers miss. There they go. So that's number 3, but it's going to have shots with it.
Brig Jones following his own miss, getting to the rack, and then drawing the foul on DJ Owenstein. So a couple of shots from the charity stripe coming for Briggs.
You got to compliment both teams. You know, Smithson Valley comes in here. Anytime you come into a place 2-8 with a team 9-1, you come into their gym with a good crowd and you compete this well. That says a lot, not for only the Rangers, but also for Coach Ike Thornton.
Briggs now with 7. Make it 8. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be accused of jinxing. So now that we're done with the free throws, I don't know if Champions missed a free throw tonight, Coach.
That's right. You can say that after the field goal goes in, but don't start that before the field goal.
That's exactly why I waited to say it out. In the meantime, Brooks Lake gets his first bucket, and it's a 6-point game.
The field goal gods, they love that. They just love it, and the free throw gods love it too.
I will knock that away for Champion. It was DJ Owenstein as the Chargers were looking to get it to Charlie Georgelos. Always a good idea. We're under 4 minutes to play. Champion hanging on to a 6-point lead. There's Mason Wyatt. There's Charlie. Jones on the block. Wyatt, Georgelos. A little bit of a 3-man game on that side. Now they swing. It's Burdick coming across. Charlie's got a good look. He'll take it.
That's a great shot, though. That's a good possession. It wasn't quick. They need to take about 30 seconds. There's no reason for them to attack. They just need to take what the Rangers give them. The Rangers, though, they got to go downhill.
Gavin Laundrie's 20. He's the Rangers' leading scorer. Colton Guerra, the point guard, top of the key. Jason Cruz, number 23. He's the team's 3rd leading scorer. Guerra shoots it. Wow.
Yep.
He cuts the lead in half.
Okay, this is a good time to switch defenses again. You just can't, he didn't have anybody in his way.
Burdick's got the lane. 2 for Baden Burdick. 8 points, more importantly, makes it a 2-possession game as we now go toward 2.5 left to go in the contest.
Well, Burdick's being aggressive. He's been the key this 4th quarter.
Charlie Georgelos, hand on it. But right cutback comes Lay. Up, right-hander, just off the left side of the rim. And here's Georgelos. And Champion in no hurry, up by 5 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the contest.
They need to run a little motion. There's no reason. They need to have the Rangers foul them, and the next shot needs to be on the free throw line.
Burdick out to Georgelos. Directing traffic, telling Mason to come on to the other side. Burdick has it stolen. Jason Cruz does not have numbers, so he pulls it back. Guerra, he'll shoot it. Back rim, if that goes, it's a 2-point game. But Champion comes away with it. Huge possession there.
Well, the Chargers are showing too much ball. They need to protect the ball in this motion and in this basically delay game.
Here on the wing, it's Georgelos. Back to Burdick. We go under a minute 30 left in the ball game. Double team, it's taken from Georgelos. Jason Cruz, quick numbers. Pass to Owensie, a little too far for him, and it turns it over. Boy, that's costly. It's a 2-on-1, coach, and they get no points out of it.
Yeah, and that's where they needed to go straight. They needed this to be a one-possession game.
So right around a minute to go. Champion holding on to a 5-point lead. Cross court, there's Joshua Marquez. To Charlie, Georgelos starts his dribble. Mason Wyatt now. Burdick brings it back out. Champion in no hurry. Contact, they get DJ Owensie.
Well, the Rangers are going to have to foul quick because the only way they're going to get possessions is on that free throw miss.
Well, a timeout taken by Smithson Valley head coach Ike Thornton. His counterpart, champion coach Chris Adamek, closing in on a 10-2 district record. Coach Adamek doing such a fantastic job with these Champion Chargers. His 6th season here at Champion, 14 years at Harlandale before that. And yes, he is a Bernie guy. State finalist under the man who's sitting to my right, playing for Coach Stan Leach, part of that 89-90 state tournament team, Coach.
You're right, and thank you. And, of course, Chris came back after he was at Hayes with one of my other former assistants, Harold Roxett. Then he became head coach at Three Rivers and then came back with us, had great times with him. He was my assistant at Bernie, and then he went to Harlandale 14 years, and it was a quick 14. And he took that style of play and brought it here, and with our players, it has really done us well. He tried to bring that man attacking defense with him, but he needed to leave that at Harlandale. But he brought all the shooting with him, and we're glad.
And always great to visit with Coach Adamek as well. And the thing you notice is when he was at Harlandale, everyone around the Harlandale community loved him.
Oh, you bet.
Here at Champion and around Bernie, everybody here loves him.
Yeah.
Says a lot about him. Not only respected, but liked as well.
It's hard to go back home, and he's done it well. It's hard to go back home. Remember, there's a book that says you don't. And he's come back home and done really well. Thank you, Hector.
Yeah, well, the Chargers taking another timeout. They don't want to at least get anywhere near a 5-second violation in this case. They have the timeouts to take, and so they wisely use it before the turnover or any sense of the timing of what could lead to a turnover was to come. So, Coach, take us inside the Champion huddle. What's Coach Adamek saying to his team right now? They've got the ball.
Well, this is easy. He's saying, okay, we're not going to the basket. Even if you're there, you just kick it back out because there's so much confidence in their free throw shooting. Quit showing ball, get rid of it, go in to go out, and then when you go to the line, let's at least knock one of two, and because the math is in their favor.
Now, if you're in the Smithson Valley huddle, Coach, what's Coach Ike Thornton saying to his group?
Well, it's foul quick, and let's hope they miss. I mean, it's the only way because he doesn't have the luxury of waiting to see if they're going to turn the ball over. He can't. He's got to foul now, get to the line, and start trying to maybe go 3 for 2. They're not that type of team, but and then he's got to stop the clock, and he's got to trap each time after a made shot.
So along those lines, Smithson Valley has 14 fouls in a quarter, so the next one will put the Chargers on the line. Georgelos, right man to foul if you're Champion.
That's not who they wanted to foul. But in coach's defense and the players' defense at the Rangers, there's not anybody good to foul on that team. They all knock down free throws pretty well.
Charlie, a team high 12 points on the night. Make it 13. Quinn Grable's got 6. Mason Wyatt's got 5. Baden Burdick's got 8. Briggs Jones has 8. Correja has 4. And that's your champion scoring on the night. 14 for Georgia Los. More importantly, a 7-point game with 40 seconds to go. Champion with the turnover.
No.
Not interested in putting an exclamation point on this ball game because time right now more valuable, Coach.
You're right. There's no reason when you can shoot the ball like they can, no layups, free throws, and that's it.
And so Quinn Grable will get 2 and a chance to really, really salt this one away. He hits both these. It's a 9-point game with just under 34 seconds to go.
And this is what they do. And a lot of their success has got to be this new rule. I mean, they get to that double, and it sure has helped them. It hadn't hurt them because they're a good free throw shooting team. They've been rewarded for it.
Grable's got 8, 9-point lead, under 30 seconds, another steal. Champion on its way to a 10-1 district record in 26-5A.
And this is where Coach Thornton will probably say, guys, okay, no more fouling. It's 24 seconds. Charlie's going to hit these 2. It's going to be an 11-point game, and let's just play it straight up. And he's got to go in there and compliment them. They gave it their all. You know, this was a 2 versus an 8, tied for 7th, and you couldn't tell it. And this game was a lot closer than it's going to appear in the box score.
Georgia Los with 15, and it strikes me, Coach, the good players, the very good players, when you look at the stat sheet at the end of the game, they always somehow, some way find a way to get theirs.
They always hit that over, Hector. Yeah, they just always hit that over. And Charlie, he always hits his over.
16 for Georgia Los on the night. 3-pointer partially blocked by Grable. Georgia Los has it. He's going to have a chance to get 2 more, Coach.
Yeah, good, because he won't miss them. But he just, you look at him, and we've got at least one more game with him in Charger Gym, and he has just been, in our 16-year history, there's Madison Turner, there's Braxton Burdick, and we've got some great ones, and then Charlie Georgios is right there in the list.
And at the same time, Coach, along those lines, it also goes to show how meaningless stats can be in terms of the importance of a game, right? Because just moments ago, he's now got 18. Moments ago, he had 12.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he played any less well. He's just going to finish with 18, which looks very, very respectable, very, very good. There's the final buzzer. Final from right here at Champion. The Chargers, another win, their 10th in district play. 51-38 over a game Smithson Valley Ball Club. And Coach, your final thoughts on a game that was not back and forth. Champion, to be fair, in control throughout. It was just that Smithson Valley never went away.
They never went away, and the Chargers do what it takes, and they do. I mean, you look at them in this league to win what they're 27th and they're 10. They've got they got the big boys coming up. They got the top teams in the league coming up, and so they know it. They'll have a good Saturday, and then they got to prepare for. They go to Wagner. Then they've got let's see, I know they've got Seguin, and then they got Wagner, and then they're going to be a big old ball game here. It'd be nice if they didn't have but one loss when they come back here, but even if they do. It's going to be a fun one to see, and I think we'll be here together for it.
That big game, February 13th against Veterans Memorial. You'll see Coach Chris Adamek get some congratulations, some well-earned and deserved congratulations. Again, his team, a 51-38 winner tonight against Smithson Valley to improve to 10-1 in 26-5A, trailing only the team they're going to face on February 13th, Veterans Memorial, in those district standings. Coach Leach, it is always a pleasure.
Thank you, Hector. This is a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. For Coach Stan Leach, for Noah Kalk, for the fantastic folks with Wick Productions, we say good night. Have a great rest of your weekend. And, hey, stay dry and safe with that weather expected to roll through the area tonight. Good night.